Hey guys, it's me Varun Inamdar and welcome to Rajshri Food. With Christmas around the corner, what actually better than making a cake for Christmas? But before moving on to the recipe, let me introduce you to my kitchen friend. I want to introduce you to Savlon Spray and Wipe. Well, this is my friend for a very special reason. This not only keeps my kitchen clean, but also disinfected from all the germs. Before and after cooking, I ensure that I clean my kitchen counter and stove with Savlon Spray and Wipe because this keeps my hygiene worries at bay. So let me begin with that first. Now that my kitchen is clean and disinfected, let's jump in straight to the recipe. And this one is dates and walnut cake. Let's begin. The first thing is to take, of course, salted butter. And to this, I'm going to add in grain sugar. Now, in case you want to use brown sugar or jaggery powder, by all means, use that. We need to cream this till it's nice, pale yellow in color and fluffy. After whipping this for 3 minutes on high speed, the next ingredient that goes in is curd. Let's whip this further for 3 minutes. While doing this, ensure that you keep scraping the sides so that the butter, sugar and yogurt mixes homogeneously. Well, this is done and ready. Time to add in the last few ingredients. Now, the first one, of course, is refined flour, to which I'm adding in baking soda. Now, because this has fruits and nuts, which are kind of heavier, you need to add in a little more of the baking soda. Just follow the recipe from the description box below. I'm going to remove like a tablespoon of this mixture and keep it aside, and I'll tell you why. Let's add the larger chunk of refined flour and soda into this mixture. What I'm going to do is take dates and walnuts and combine them primarily in a large bowl. And to this, I'm going to add in the refined flour that we kept aside. Now, by doing this, what happens is the dates and walnuts do not sit at the bottom of the cake. They kind of remain interspersed. So that's a tip for you to follow. Let's mix this beautifully well. Ensure that the refined flour coats every piece of walnut. Let's add this into the refined flour and your butter, sugar and yogurt mix. And finally, vanilla essence. Let's give all of this a good mix one last time. And with this, your cake batter is done and ready. The cake batter is mixed and almost ready. One last ingredient, and that is chilled milk. And this is to balance the consistency of this cake. Let's mix this. And with this, your cake batter is done and ready. Our cake batter is done and ready. And now is the time to put this to bake. Now I have a prepared mold here. What do you mean by a prepared mold? It's a mold which is greased with butter or oil, whatever your preference is. And finally, you dust this with some extra refined flour. Remember that? Now this helps in bringing the cake out after it is baked easily. Let's transfer all of this into the mold. Let's scrape every last bit of this wonderful batter. Spread this evenly in the cake tin. Ensure that there are no lumps or clumps of the batter. To just ensure that it's perfect, you give it one tap. And this now straight goes in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. Our date and walnut cake for Christmas is done and ready. And if you come a little closer, if I can quickly show you, it has released the sides of the mold absolutely perfectly. And this is all thanks to the greasing and dusting. If you avoid that, this is going to be quite a challenge for you. Now is the time to upturn all of this. So what I'm going to use is a bat like so, and very carefully with both your hands, you're going to upturn this. One quick tap and your cake is released and ready. Isn't that looking wonderful? While our date and walnut cake for Christmas is done and ready, let's cut this and celebrate. But before that, a very important step. Sachin? This is how I like cleaning and disinfecting my dining table before and after eating. Let's celebrate Christmas by cutting this amazing date and walnut cake. But before that, let me call in my entire crew. Come on, guys. Merry Christmas!